Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy AI Legends, and today I shall be making a new series which is going to be What if Naruto was banished and made an empire for himself? So, guys, this is a series I wanted to do for a very long time. So, I will try my best to make this story as interesting as possible and different from other series as much as I can. So, I hope that you guys will like it. And don't worry, guys, I will make the next series like What if Naruto was disowned or other series, but they still have some way to go so that I can get a bit of more views on it, as well as it will complete 24 hours gap so that I can upload more videos. But who knows, after this series I might make What if Naruto was disowned by his family, the next part of it at least. So we shall see about it. So wait for that as well. And yeah guys, if you guys are new to this channel, then it is a formal request by me to please guys subscribe to my channel. It will help me a lot. I want to reach 10k as quick as possible. So I'm uploading lot of videos nowadays. So I hope that you guys will help me on that. As well as guys, I have put the link of my Instagram along with the link of a friend's channel who is new to YouTube. So he want me to promote his channel for a little bit. So I wanted to help him. So it is really up to you guys. You can help him by subscribing his channel. I have put the link within the description below. It will not take that much of time. So do that as well. So without any further ado, let us start our video. Just like any other banished story, let us start our video. As Naruto, having a nine-tails cloak, was around him as he was fighting Sasuke at the Valley of the End, as the battle was going on, as it was about to be a final clash, as Naruto was ready, but this time he had a bit of more control as he thought, yes, I have to save Sasuke and fulfill my promise to Sakura-chan. I have to defeat Sasuke now, as in the all the rush, as the Chidori and the Rasengan collided with each other, and then Naruto made a shadow clone out of nowhere, as then Shadow Clone went back to Sasuke, as the Shadow Clone also had the Nine-Tailed Chakra, so he was able to knock Sasuke out from the bag as Sasuke was unconscious, as Naruto got some injuries here and there, but the, you can say, explosion was not completed, as the Chidori was cancelled out, as Naruto also disabled his Rasengan. So Sasuke was finally taken down, as Naruto had several injuries here and there, but the Nine-Tailed Chakra was healing all of it, as Naruto grabbed Sasuke as he started to walk towards the village, as he was thinking, yes, I have finally defeated Sasuke, I have saved him from Orochimaru, now Sakura-chan will be happy, everyone. The mission is complete. As he was walking, and then Kakashi arrived. Naruto, are you okay? As he saw the injuries here and there, as Naruto gave him a smile and said, yeah, Kakashi sensei, I was able to beat Sasuke. Now, we have to take him to the village. As Kakashi smiled and said, very good, Naruto, you did well. As he grabbed Sasuke and said, okay, Naruto, I should make a clone for you. As Naruto said, no, there is no need for it. I can still walk. As Kakashi eyed Naruto as he saw several injuries, but he also saw that all the injuries were just healing away. As Kakashi nodded, as he and Naruto dashes towards the village, as then the Ambus along the way met with them as they finally went into the village, as everyone was taken to the hospital, even Naruto was taken. Now we have a, you can say, a time skip after achieving, you can say, after entering the village, Naruto got unconscious as Kakashi caught him, as he put him in hospital as well. And now it has been the third day of Naruto Uzumaki in the hospital, mostly because of the chakra, but Ninetales was easily able to heal him. As Naruto was waiting, in this time no one was there to visit him or to do anything. He saw that many of his friends were already in the hospital because they were severely injured, but Naruto, due to his healing factor, was able to heal a lot quicker, as it was about time for him to leave from the hospital. As then a nurse arrived. Well, it's about time. You has been discharged from the hospital, as the nurse glared at Naruto, as Naruto was a bit confused, but he did not pay it any mind whatsoever, as Naruto came out of the bed and then changed his clothes and finally went into the village. But he was a bit surprised. It was like he had been went back in time, as people were simply glaring at him, at his backs. There were murmurs that were just simply going on across all the village. As Naruto was quite surprised about it, as you can say, he did not understand it, but he thought that it was just normal. So he simply went past all of them, as he saw it was Sakura and Ino that were just walking towards him, as Naruto smiled. Hey Sakura-chan, I finally did it. I bring back Sasuke. As then Naruto met with a slap across his face, as Naruto wasn't lying, you can say, as Naruto looked back at Sakura, as Sakura was glaring at Naruto. How dare you? How dare you, Naruto? How could you hurt Sasuke that bad? He's in coma, and there is no telling how long, how long it will take for him to wake from the coma. How could you even do this? As Naruto said, he tried to kill me, so I just had to use force. No, I only knocked him out. I don't know how did he get into the coma. As Sakura said, no, you're simply lying. You're always jealous of Sasuke-kun. Sasuke-kun is always better than you, and you're nothing more than a demon. The villagers are right. Naruto, you're just a demon, a monster. Never talk to me again. As she simply went past, as Ino was also there, as she has a pity look on her face and said, well, Naruto, she is a bit angry. Don't worry, Sasuke will wake up. As Naruto was also shocked, and then he decided to go to the, you can say, hospital to see how badly Sasuke is actually injured. So he went into the hospital. As he saw that Sasuke's room had Kakashi Sensei inside of him as he was talking with Asuma, as Naruto was standing outside of the door as Kakashi speak up. Well, it seems that Sasuke is in coma, but I don't think that he will remain in it. I think it is because of the using curse mark. As Asuma nodded and said, well, it seems that the case. As what about the other kid? As Kakashi said, well, Naruto was pretty badly injured, but I think that Ninetales should be able to heal him. There's no need to tell Hokage-sama that Naruto had that bad of injuries, as well as I saw a scar that was on his chest, mostly because of the Chidori, which I thought to Sasuke. As Asuma said, so you're not going to tell Hokage that Naruto had that injury. That is definitely because of treason. You know that, right? Kakashi, as Kakashi nodded, well, there is no need to put Sasuke in trouble. I'm pretty sure that Naruto will be okay. There is no need to tell the whole story to Hokage as well as to Council. As Naruto was listening to all of this, they are trying to hide that Sasuke tried to attack him or tried to kill him, and it will definitely put him in a lot of trouble. As Naruto gripped his teeth and then went past as he went by, and then he was walking in the village as the villagers were simply giving him glares as well as murmurs were simply going on across the village as Naruto had, you can say, barely was controlling his tears to just simply come out. All the progress he made over the years, everything which he did, he stopped Gara, he bring back Tsunade, all the good deeds he did for this village were simply forgotten because of one reason, because he had to fight Sasuke to bring him back, and now Kakashi Sensei is trying to hide the fact that Sasuke tried to kill him. But he thought that it will be okay. He has to give it some time and he will be able to change the minds of people, as Naruto thought that, yeah, I will be able to do it. There's no need to lose hope. I'll bring back Sasuke. I did not go back on my word. Yeah, that is my ninja way. I will become Hokage and they will know me. Yeah, that is good. As he was passing by, and then an Ambu landed beside Naruto and said, Uzumaki Naruto. As Naruto looked towards the Ambu, as Ambu said, you have been summoned in the council. As Naruto simply nodded and said, I wonder what it is going to be this time. As he started to walk towards the council meeting room, as he arrived in the council, as he saw that all the council members were there, especially the civilian council, which were giving him, you can say, smirks as well as some glares here and there, as Naruto simply ignored most of them. Hey Granny, I'm here. As then one of the council members said, hey, you little brat, show Hokage some respect. As Naruto simply pointed and said, of course, Hokage, Lady Hokage. Alright, as Tsunade sighed and said, alright, that is enough. As she had a sad expression on her face, as Jiraiya was also there with the sad expression as he said, sighs, as Tsunade said, Uzumaki Naruto, we have been given reports of the previous mission that was given to you. As Naruto nodded and said, yeah, about Sasuke's mission. Yeah, I was able to bring him back. Though it was a tough battle, but still, I won. As one of the council members stood up, you little demon, you almost killed the last Uchiha. That is the prince of Konoha. You know, you damn demon. As Tsunade said, that is enough. As the council member sit down by glaring at Naruto. As Naruto was shocked to hear that, as Naruto said, I did not try to kill him. As all the council members started to shout, yeah, you did try to kill him. That poor Uchiha is in the Konoha, you can say, hospital. That is only because of you. As then, Tsunade said, Naruto, tell me the whole story. Each and every detail. Don't skip anything. As Naruto nodded, and he started explaining that how they were being led by Shikamaru as they left each member behind to fight the Sound 4, and then he arrived as he saw that Sasuke came out of the, the box in which he was kept, and then he had cuss marks over his body as both of them battled, and then he was able to take down Sasuke. As Tsunade looked towards Naruto and she sighs and said, well, Naruto, we has been given different reports by the Ambus. It has been told that not Sasuke was just kept in the battle as he was rather kidnapped from the village. He did not go out on his own free accord, and then when he tried to came back to the village, you were jealous of Sakura liking Sasuke. So that is the main reason you try to kill him. As Naruto's eyes widened, as he said, "No, that is not the case. Sakura did tell that Sasuke left on his own accord. He was not kidnapped." As Tsunade shook her head and said, "No, Sakura did not say anything like it. She said that how Sasuke was rather kidnapped, and that is how we come to the conclusion that things happened, and there were some ambus nearby, unknowingly, that were actually the ambus of Danzo, which wanted to take the advantage of the situation." As I said, "Sorry, Naruto, but we have come to the decision." As one of the council members stood up and said, "Well, allow me the honors, Lady Hokage." As Tsunade glared at the guy. "Well, little demon, we have finally come to the decision that a demon like you do not deserve to live in a village like this. You have tried to kill the last Uchiha, so it is going to be your punishment that from hereby you are banished from Konoha." As Naruto's eyes widened as the council members were giving him smirks, while on the other hand, Shinobi Council was not that happy about the decision and all. As Naruto looked everywhere, as he saw that people, it was like he was betrayed. There was no one in the whole room. As he looked towards Jiraiya, who had his head down, he could not even look Naruto directly into the eyes. As Tsunade also had a bit of tears in her eyes and said, "Sorry, Naruto, this is the decision that has been made by this council that you try to kill a shinobi of Konoha and the last member of the Uchiha clan. If he is to be killed, then the Uchiha clan is, you can say, rather extinct. So, and we cannot have it. And because of your this mistake, I can understand it could be a bit of jealousy." As Naruto said, "You don't understand. That is not how it went. He tried to kill me. You can ask Kakashi Sensei. I had several injuries on me." As Tsunade said, and then council members speak up. "Kakashi has already given his report that you are okay and a bit exhausted. That is all." As Sasuke did not try to kill you or anything, he just tried to protect himself, and that is all. As he said, "No, Kakashi sensei arrived there. He saw me as I was bringing Sasuke back." As council member said, "No, that is enough, you little brat. Stop telling lies. Kakashi is a Jonin elite. And he has already given us the report that when he arrived there, Sasuke was knocked out as we bring him back along with you, and you had some injuries. I bet that Sasuke was just trying to protect himself, and when Kakashi arrived, you must have stopped your assault on the last Uchiha. So stop it now, you little brat." As Naruto looked towards Jiraiya, "No, it is not like it. I did not try to kill him." As Jiraiya simply looked away, as he could not look this boy in the eyes right now, as even he do not understand how to feel about or go about this situation. The reports simply pointed that Naruto tried to kill Sasuke, but he knows that Naruto will not try to do anything. But then he knows the one-sided love and all. So as he loved Tsunade for a long time, so you know that he will do anything for Tsunade. So it is a bit of possibility, but he just simply shrugged that thought out of his mind for now, as he will talk with Naruto later on. As Naruto said, so that that's how it is, huh?" As he looked down into the ground, there was no one in this room who's going to trust him. Not even Pabi Sage or Tsunade are actually trusting him, as he could simply see in their eyes that they do not believe him, that he did not try to kill Sasuke. Sasuke was his best friend, a brother to him. Why would he even try to kill Sasuke? But these people will not understand him, as he simply said, "So, when should I leave, huh?" As Tsunade almost had tears in her eyes and said, "Well, you have to leave for tomorrow." As Naruto simply nodded, as tomorrow before 8 o'clock. "Okay, Naruto." As Naruto simply nodded, as he simply walked out, as he was now walking in the village, as news spread like wildfire in the whole village that Naruto Uzumaki has been banished from Konoha, as he could see that people were simply glaring or you can say smirking at his face, as well as several parties were about to be began, as people were cheering that Naruto is going to be banished from Konoha, as he was thinking, why this all happens to him? He did everything for this village. He protected this village from Gara in the Sand invasion, and then he even bring back Tsunade, and he did everything for this village. But these people, they will never change. Then why should he even try to become Hokage? His dream. The only thing which made him live all of this time, all these sufferings. he tolerated only because of one hope that one day he will be the Hokage of this village and then he will protect everyone and everyone will acknowledge him. But now it was all destroyed by a single mission which he did perfectly. He saved Sasuke from going to Orochimaru. He did everything, but now this is the situation. How this all happens. As he was wondering, Sakura hit him even though he fulfilled his promise. Sakura lied. He do remember that Sakura herself told him that Sasuke knocked her out and then went with Orochimaru's people. But to Tsunade, she said that how the Zone 4 were the one who knocked her out and took Sasuke when Sasuke was trying to protect her. As this was a lie. Even you can say everyone in the Konoha knew, everyone who knew Sasuke, that how greedy he is of power. Even Kakashi, especially Kakashi knew it, but he hid the fact and now, because of their lies, he's going to be banished from Konoha as he now has a deep hatred for Team 7. As he graded his state, it is only because of those people, his only dream, the only goal in his life, which he wanted to achieve at any cost, was now simply destroyed. As he was walking in the village, as he saw that people were simply giving him glares and do smirks, as they have finally won that type of smirks. As now Naruto finally shattered from inside. Now it was time that he will start to live for himself. He's going to leave this village and never come back. As the news spread like wildfire, as then he saw that some of his friends who were in the mission were there: Shikamaru, Choji, Hinata, and those type of people. Not Hinata there. As Shikamaru arrived to near Naruto, Naruto, you're right. As Naruto looked towards Shikamaru, as Shikamaru could already see that Naruto was holding back tears. As Shikamaru gave him, you can say, a hug and said, "I'm sorry, Naruto. I did not knew that things will go like this. I know." As Naruto said, "I did not try to kill him." As Shikamaru said, "I know, Naruto. I know. It does not make sense for you to kill him because he's your friend. I know that how much you actually care for him." As Naruto simply started to sob on the, you can say, in the embrace. As Choji also, you can say, hugged Naruto in a three-way hug. As Naruto started to cry, as Shikamaru said, "Don't worry, Naruto, everything will be okay." As Naruto stopped and said, "Yeah, it will be." As he started to walk away, as Shikamaru said, "Naruto," as Naruto said, "Well, you already know that I have been banished from Konoha, so it is about time for me to pack my things and leave this village." As Shikamaru simply did not, you can say, force Naruto, as Naruto went back to his house and then started to pack all of his belongings and all. As now Naruto started to walk away, as he saw that some of his friends also met him, as it was about time for him to leave the village. As he met with Jiraiya, as he looked towards Jiraiya, as Naruto said, "So why are you here now, Jiraiya?" As Jiraiya noticed that he did not call him Puppy Sage or anything, as Jiraiya said, "Well, kid, I was, I'm sorry about this all situation. I don't know how this all happens, but it is really sad. And I know that you're pretty sad about the situation. But don't worry about it. I will train you if you want to, that is." As Naruto looked towards Jiraiya and said, "Then let me ask you a thing, Jiraiya. Do you honestly believe that I will try to kill Sasuke for Sakura? This is the case, right?" As Jiraiya looked towards Naruto for a whole minute, as he says, "Naruto, to be honest, I don't know about it." As Naruto simply chuckled, a bitter chuckle, and said, "Well, you claim that you want to train me and all, and you were training me all of this time, and you did not know me at all. But on the other hand, you don't know me whatsoever. Do you honestly believe that I will try to kill Sasuke?" No, he was leaving the village on his own account. Sakura, Kakashi, all of them lied. Kakashi tried to protect his prized student from the claim of leaving the village and becoming a traitor, so he just missed out the part that he was battling with me and he tried to pierce his Chidori almost through my heart. I was barely saved from that attack thanks to QB as Jiraiya's ice warden. As he said, "Naruto, Kakashi is a Jonin elite for a long time. I don't think that he will do anything like it." As Naruto laughed and said, "So you believe him more than me? Don't you see that it all makes sense, as Kakashi is just trying to protect Sasuke?" As Jiraiya said, "Now that is enough, Naruto. You should try to take responsibility for your actions, as this is all because of you. You try to kill him for that girl who liked her. You just have to understand it, Naruto." As Naruto, "You don't understand, Jiraiya. As I did not try to kill him." As Naruto's eyes flickered to red, For a moment, as Naruto said, I just tried to save him from going to Orochimaru, that damn snake bastard. And this is all you guys are giving me? Huh, you do not even trust me, Jiraiya, so just forget about training me and all. And he simply went past Jiraiya, and Jiraiya was now looking towards Naruto. He was now wondering if really Kakashi did told a lie about the situation, but he thought no, Kakashi will not do it. Naruto is the son of Minato, the sensei of Kakashi, and he will not try to do such thing to Naruto, right? That does not make sense. As he simply went by, and then Naruto was now leaving the village as he almost, you can say, went past the village as all the villagers were happy. As Naruto looked back towards the Hokage monument, especially towards the fourth Hokage face, which was used to be his idol, as he simply a lone tear passes through eye, and then he started to walk away, and then he heard a voice, Naruto-kun, as Naruto was surprised when he heard that voice as he looked back to see Hinata, who was now a bit panting, as he had a backpack at the back of him. As Naruto's eyes widened, Hinata, what are you doing here? As Hinata looked towards Naruto, Naruto-kun, I'm going to come with you. As Naruto's eyes widened, as he said, what, Hinata? What are you saying? You're a Konoha shinobi. You cannot come with me. I'm banished from Konoha. And why do you even want to come with me? As Hinata started to blush and said, Naruto-kun, I want to tell you something. As she started to stutter, and then she finally, you can say, gathered all the courage. Naruto-kun, uh, I like you for a long time. As Naruto's eyes widened, as Hinata was now blushing, as she started to poke her fingers, as she started to explain that how, for a really long time, she is liking Naruto, and she used to follow him around and all those type of things. As Naruto was really surprised to hear all of this. He'd always thought that Hinata was a bit weird, as he always got, you can say, knocked out whenever he was around her. As he said, well, Hinata, I don't know what to say. It is really, you can say, I'm really happy that someone actually like me, like it. But I never noticed. I'm really sorry about it, Hinata. As Hinata blushed, as Naruto said, well, you cannot come with me. I'm a banished shinobi. But if you leave the village, you will be a traitor. As Hinata said, no, it does not matter. I've already given a letter to Hokage that I'm retiring as a shinobi, as well as I have given my headband back. And it does not, there is a law in Konoha that a Ganin, if he wants to, he can actually retire from Konoha and all that. As Naruto looked towards Hinata, are you absolutely sure, Hinata, you want to come with me? As Hinata smiled and said, yes, Naruto-kun, I want to come with you, and I can protect you. I will do anything to get strong with you. And I know that you will be a strong shinobi. As Naruto smiled, it was once again someone was trusting in him. As Naruto looked towards Hinata, Hinata, do you honestly believe? Do you believe that I tried to kill Sasuke? As Hinata said, no, it does not make sense. You were like a brother. Both of you were like brothers. And I know that. You will not try to kill Sasuke. And I know that Sakura is telling a lie to Hokage that Sasuke left on his own accord. As Naruto smiled and said, well, Hinata, thanks for trusting me. The people, I thought that you should trust me, like Tsunade, who were like a grandmother to me, as well as Jiraiya, a father figure, but in the end, they did not trust me. They like to trust Kakashi, who was just trying to protect his bright student, as well as Sakura, who just changed her statement so that she could protect Sasuke. Thanks, Hinata. It really means a lot to me that you honestly believed in me. As Hinata blushed and smiled, yes, Naruto-kun, I totally believe in you, that you did not do anything wrong and these people are wrong and they do not understand you. As Naruto smiled and said, alright, Hinata, come on, we have a long journey. As Hinata smiled and both of them started to walk away. And then after some time, Naruto started to sense that there were some people in the, you can say, trees. As Naruto said, Hinata, as Hinata nodded and activated her Byakugan, and she said, Naruto-kun, there are three ambus. This seems to be from Konoha, but it, I have a strange feeling about it. As Naruto simply nodded and said, damn it, could these be the ambus who reported all those things? Well, I did not saw any ambu there, or they did not try to help me whatsoever. So, who it could be? As then, Naruto's eyes widened as he threw a kunai, as a kunai was coming towards Hinata, as Naruto said, Hinata, as Hinata nodded as she activated her Byakugan, as then the three ambus landed. As the leader said, Uzumaki Naruto, you have to come with us on the order of Lord Danzo. As Naruto said, Danzo, isn't that the elder from Konoha? What does he want from me? As the Rudango said, we are not to say that. and you have to come with us, otherwise we will use force. As Naruto said, alright, bring it on then. As Hinata also activated her Byakugan ready, her Juken stand as the ambush rushed towards Naruto. As Naruto made 10 shadow clones, as the shadow clones started to rush towards the ambush. As ambush, both two ambush started to fight Naruto, as the other one started to fight Hinata. Even though Hinata was strong, she was nowhere near to the level that of an ambu. As he started to get pushed back, as Naruto made a Rasengan by using his shadow clones and then slammed it into a, you can say, Ambu, knocking him out with the Rasengan. As the Ambu tried to use his, you can say, sword that was just coming towards Naruto, as Naruto's eyes widened and then his eyes changed into a slit. As then he started to use the 90 stroke as he grabbed the Ambu's wrist and, you can say, breaking it, punching Ambu straight on his face, sending him flying. As Naruto already had more than skills that of a Genin, as Naruto was able to defeat a Chunin after just graduation and able to beat a Biju when, you can say, yeah, that is that. As after the Chunin exam, he was able to beat a Biju, the one tails at least. As Naruto started to fight with Ambu, as he noticed that the other Ambu has a Hinata, as he said, alright Uzumaki Naruto, come with us, otherwise we will kill this brat, he's a rogue from Konoha, either way. As Naruto said, alright, bring it, let her go. As then the Ambu tried to, you can say, knock Hinata out or try to kill her. As Naruto's eyes widened, as he could see the sword that was just coming towards Hinata, as the Ambu said, she's a rogue and she will die for it. As she was about to kill off Hinata, and then the red aura simply burst from Naruto's body as he rushed towards the Ambu in incredible speed, grabbing him from his, you can say, mask, surprising Ambu as he was not expecting this kid to move this far as it slammed him into the ground and over again, and then made a Rasengan, not the complete version, but the QB Rasengan, just like he did against Sasuke, slamming it into the Ambu, completely destroying his body as he was sent flying. As Naruto looked towards Hinata, who was now coughing a bit of blood, but then she was okay. As Naruto said, Hinata, are you okay? As Hinata smiled and said, Naruto-kun, I'm alright. As Naruto smiled at that, as he said, alright Hinata, we have to leave, otherwise more Ambus might arrive. As she nodded, as they simply dashed through the forest. As then as Naruto sensed that some other Ambus were also coming towards them, as Naruto said, damn it, I have to do this, as he made a hand sign and then said, multi-shadow clone jutsu, as you can say 1000 shadow clones appeared out of nowhere, and then Naruto nodded as all the shadow clones rushes back into the fight, ready to fight off against the Ambus, or at least distract them, as Naruto said, where should I go, where should I go, where can I go? As then a voice came into his head, hey brat, come here. As Naruto's eyes widened and then he closes, you can say, for the next thing he knew, he was standing in front of the gate. As Naruto said, what do you want, Fox? I don't have time for this. As the Kurama looked towards him and chuckled and said, well, I will not waste your time. I have a plan. You can go to a place. As Naruto said, what are you telling? As he said, just follow my instructions. As Naruto grunted and said, alright, just this one. I hope that you will not bring me into trouble again. As Kurama said, well, just believe me, just this once. As Naruto nodded, and then he dashes as Kurama started to tell him directions as Naruto started to move towards that direction as they were traveling for a long time. As Naruto saw that they were able to just simply distract the Ambus by the help of shadow clones and all. As Naruto for a long running, they were able to come to a stop as Naruto saw that it was seems to be a ruins of a nation or a city, he do not know, or rather a village. As then he said, hey Fox, where am I? As Kurama chuckled and said, welcome to the home of Uzumaki's brat. As Naruto's eyes widened, what? This is the home of Uzumaki's? As Kurama chuckled and said, yeah, that is the original village hidden in the whirlpools, known to be the home to the Uzumakis, one of the most powerful clans and the only clan who could actually keep me, the Nine Tails, in check. Inside of their body, there is no other clan who can be a Jinchuriki to me, the Nine-Tailed Fox. As Naruto said, whoa. As Hinata said, Naruto-kun, what is this place? As Naruto said, well Hinata, to be honest, I did not knew before, but it was the fox. As Hinata already knew about the fox as the rumor just simply started to spread, but she did not care about it. As it is the fox who told me that this is the home to the Uzumaki clan. As Hinata said, Uzumaki clan? As Naruto said, yeah, I did not knew about it either. But I have to ask Fox about it. She nodded. As Naruto started to walk into the village, but as for Hinata, she was not able to enter whatsoever. As Naruto said, Hinata, why don't you come? As Hinata said, Naruto-kun, it seems that there's a barrier. Still stuttering and all. As Naruto said, huh? A barrier? As then Fox picked up Ninetales and said, well, the Uzumaki clan were known for his sailing, so there's a barrier placed so that only an Uzumaki could actually enter the village. That is the main reason. Not even the Konoha was able to enter so that they can get all the secrets and the hidden treasure of Whirlpool village. So there was no way for them to come here because only an Uzumaki could actually enter here. As Naruto said, oh really? So what should I do? As Kurama said, well, just go inside and see what you can actually find the control of this barrier. As he nodded, as he said, Hinata, you have to wait here for some time. I will go inside and see that if I can find to disable any way to disable this barrier. As Hinata nodded, as Naruto went inside, as the fox said, as the Kurama said, hey, Brad, go to that big building which is still standing. I bet that is the main, like Hokage's office. As Naruto nodded as he entered into the building, as he saw a book that was there and some things. It was like a rather a office. As Naruto said, so what should I do here? As he said, just find something here. I bet there's a way that some non-Uzumakis could actually enter. Otherwise, your girl has to just stay outside. As Naruto said, alright. Multi-shadow clone Jutsu. As several clones arrived, as Naruto said, alright, find some clues. As all of them nodded, as they started to, you can say, go through things, and then Naruto came across a book. As Naruto started reading, it was, you can say, a small scroll. As it read, if you have a companion or a non-Uzumaki, if he wants to enter into the village, then he has to, you can say, wear this bracelet, as there were several bracelets that were nearby, and it will keep track of all those who are non-Uzumaki into the village, and then it will allow us to keep an eye on them. As Naruto said, alright, Hinata just have to wear this bracelet, huh? As he quickly moved out and then gave Hinata the bracelet. As she wear the bracelet, as she was able to now enter into the village. As Naruto said, alright Fox, what should I do now? As then Naruto was inside of his mindscape. As then Ninetales looked towards him. To be honest, Brad, I do not care what happens to you, but there is someone I hate more than being in this cage. As Naruto said, what do you mean by that? As Kurama says, well, it is going to be a long story, Brad, so listen closely. What do you know about me, a Biju? As Naruto looked towards him, confused, as Kurama says and said, alright, allow me to explain. I'm a Biju. You can call me the Nine Tails, but there are 8 others beside me, coming from one tails and ending to me, the Nine Tails, and I am the most strongest of them all. We were Bijus long before even the Shinobi era, and then we were created by the Sage of Six Paths, the one who gave all you pathetic humans chakra, the ability to use chakra. Are you with me, brat? As Naruto simply shook his head. Yeah, there are 9 of yours, and you were created by the Sage of Six Paths. But why did he created you? As he said, you brat, you don't understand it. But you will know in time. Just listen to me now. As Naruto simply shook his head. As then Kurama said, well, then you guys come, and then you always wanted to use the power of us Bijus, and finally you were able to find a way to seal us into the humans, making yourself so-called Jinchurikes, the one who has a Biju sealed inside of him, and you are one of them. There are currently 9 Bijus in this world, including you. As Naruto nodded, yeah, I'm with you on that. As Naruto said, so there are 9 other peoples. As Kurama said, well, 8 beside you. As Naruto nodded, thinking that what type of life they used to live. As Kurama could feel that and said, well, it is your mindscape and I can tell what are you thinking. And trust me, brat, their life is no better than yours, or could be even worse. As Naruto said, oh really? As Kurama nodded, huh, yeah, it is the greed of that your humans that come to this situation, but it does not matter. Allow me to explain furthermore. As I was the 9th Biju, or the strongest of them all, so it was hard for you humans to seal me, but then it came that man, Madara Uchiha. As Naruto said, an Uchiha from Sasuke clan? As Kurama nodded, yeah, it is that pathetic Uchiha clan. It was the most happiest, you can say, day of my life when that Uchiha clan was massacred. Ha! Well, I really enjoyed that day. But that is beside the point. He was able to control me by using his Sharingan, as Naruto said. So even Sasuke can control you, as he nodded, as Kurama nodded. Yeah, the next stage, which he could achieve by only killing you, since you're his best friend. As Natu's eyes widened, as he said, yeah, that is known as the Mangekyo Sharingan. If he kills someone close to him, you or his sensei or someone who is like a brother or a family to him, he will be able to activate his Mangekyo Sharingan, and then he would have the power. But I don't think that it would be that easy, or at least I will not make it that easy. But there's a guy who was able to control me once again at the night when I attacked your village and the fourth Hokage sealed me inside of you, not telling him that Minato is actually his father, as Naruto said. So that night you were being controlled by Uchiha, right? As Kurama nodded, well, he claimed to be Madara. I don't know exact how, but it seems that somehow Madara is still around, and since you're out of Konoha, he will try to come for you. So this is the safest place for you, especially for us. So even though I hate it, but still, if he is still there, then there's a point. There's no point leaving your body. Or I have to make you strong so that you can stand up to him and not die. As Naruto said, so you're just doing it for yourself. As Kurama said, huh, even though if I can die, I will come back to life after a few years, but it is always annoying. And I don't want the other Bijus to laugh at me that I died. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, Brad, we are here. This place has everything protection, from protection to living arrangements and everything, especially training and the scrolls. But you cannot stay here for long. Otherwise, as Naruto said, what are you telling? You're telling me to stay here and we cannot stay here either? As Kurama said, well, you have to train here for some time and then leave, as there could be some techniques so that you can hide your presence from those people, but it will not be long. Then they will try to find you, just like that Itachi guy. His Mangekyo Sharingan is strong, I can just tell it. If he tries hard enough, he could even control me. As Naruto said, oh really? So I have to train and then learn a lot of techniques from here. As Kurama nodded, yeah, I will help you to train as well. As Naruto smirked and said, yeah, thank you, Kurama. As Kurama nodded, as Kurama said, well, do you know about Uzumaki clan? As Naruto looked towards him, Uzumaki clan, as Kurama said, well, I was first healed inside of the Mito Uzumaki, one of the, you can say, not the one of the, but the wife of first Hokage, as she was an Uzumaki and from this village. Do you know the main reason why this village was actually destroyed? As Naruto said, no, I don't know. I don't even knew that Uzumaki was a clan. As she said, huh, well, it was a strong clan. It was so strong that they have a life force of living for 200 years and they stay young for a long period of time. They had monstrous amount of chakra, and some of the Uzumakis had more chakra than even that stupid raccoon, One Tails. As Naruto said, huh, well, he's like a brother to you, is it not? As Kurama chuckled and said, well, he's no brother to me. He's just a weakling raccoon. Well, that is beside the point. As Uzumaki clan saw that the Uchihas and then there were some other dojutsu users, so they thought that it would be, you can say, in their advantage if they wanted to fight off against the Sharingan and the other dojutsus. They should create their own dojutsu. As Naruto said, oh really, a dojutsu for the Uzumaki clan? Do you think I will be able to awake it? As Kurama said, just listen to me, brat, and don't interrupt me again. As Naruto got, as Kurama said, well, that dojutsu, well, Mito Uzumaki was the one who came up with the idea, and all the Uzumakis started to make a dojutsu, and in the end, they were able to do it. But it was a dojutsu which could be, you can say, an artificial one, as made by seals, and it was so powerful. I did not knew the full capabilities of that jutsu, but it seems to copy other Kekkei Genkais as well as some other dojutsus if you so desire. As Naruto's eyes widened, wait a minute, if I have that dojutsu, I can copy Sasuke's Sharingan? As Kurama nodded, yeah, it could be a possibility. And if you have that dojutsu and me inside of it, I would be able to increase the power of that dojutsu as well. But there was a downfall. As then Naruto looked towards it, as he said, well, that jutsu could only be placed on Uzumakis, and it was not liked by other nations, as well, especially your so-called home, Konoha. As Naruto's eyes widened, as he said, what do you mean by that? As Kurama said, well, it was one of the most powerful dojutsu, the capabilities of such a dojutsu, as the people from Konoha wanted that dojutsu to be used in their village as well, even though the Uzumakis were their allies, but they were still from a different village. So they wanted to use the power, but then the Uzumaki simply refuses. After all, it was their work, and only an Uzumaki could actually survive having that jutsu and all the chakra and all. So when it comes to the Great War, I think it was Second Great War and Second Great War, as Konoha did not help the Uzumaki clan, as back then I was saved inside of Mito, or rather, I don't know, it was in Kushina and all, but still, I knew about the situation. I was not a fool, as I was able to sense all the emotions and those type of things. So, I finally came to the conclusion that the Konoha knew about the invasion that was going to happen on Uzumaki clan, but they did not do anything about the situation, as they did not wanted the Uzumaki clan to have that dojutsu and they wanted it for themselves. So they thought that if the Uzumaki clan died, they will be able to come here and get that dojutsu for themselves. But neither the three nations nor Konoha got it because of the barriers as well as those when they come with some Uzumakis to find it, they were not able to do anything about it. So that was the main reason this place was sealed away. So I think that you should be able to find the seals which will be able to give you the dojutsu in this Uzumaki village, and it is really up to you. And with my help, you should be able to get a lot stronger. And by roaming around the world, you will be able to copy many Kekkei Genkais, and I would be able to increase the power of that dojutsu. Yes, Naruto smiled and said, "Really, you will help me?" Like that. Ninetales, as Ninetales nodded, as, "Yeah, I will help you. But don't get me wrong, kid. After your death, I want a promise. After your death, I'm going to be freed. I will not be sealed into any of your children's or anything like it. So, do we have a deal, brat?" As Naruto looked towards him and then smiled. "Of course, Kyuubi, you have a deal. If you help me to get strong, and then I will be able to beat all of these kids. And then I will become Hokage." And then he just simply shut his mouth as his eyes had a, you can say, sad expression. As Kurama noticed that and said, "Well, if you so want to become a Kage, why don't you create your own nation?" As Naruto's eyes widened as he looked towards Kurama and said, "Well, this is your home to an Uzumaki, and since you're the Uzumaki as well as from the Konoha or from a royal bloodline, well, you should be able to find it if you're not from royal or not. So, by all accords, you are the ruler of this small nation. Though these are right now just ruins, but who knows? You should be able to build them in time." As Naruto looked towards Kyuubi, and with tears in her eyes, "Do you honestly believe me that I can create a nation here? A village of my own?" With, you can say, tears that were just about to leak from his eyes as Kyuubi had a, you can say, sweat going through his back. People just simply get scared by just looking towards him, and this kid was just looking towards him in a strange manner that he has never seen someone looking towards him and said, "Well, I think that anyone could do it. Yeah, that is it, brat. If you work hard enough, I think that you should be able to do it. And with my help, the power of the strongest of all Bijus, the king of Bijus, you should be able to do it in no time." As Naruto simply chuckled and said, "Well, you had your emotions. I don't think that you're that bad. But so, you have a deal, Gyubi. After my death, you will be released from this jail, and there will be no one. And if they are able to capture me and about to steal you away, then I have a promise for you. I will kill myself at that point if I see there's no way for me to run away. I will not let them to seal you away." And now Kurama took a step back, as it was really surprising. There was no such human who made such a compliment or a thing like it. As Naruto said, "Yeah, believe it. My name is Uzumaki Naruto, and I will not go back on my word." As QB said, "Well, alright, right now, go back. Your girlfriend is waiting for you." As Naruto simply chuckled, as he was now outside, as Hinata was looking towards him strangely, as Naruto smiled. "Hinata, we have a lot of training to do." As he looked towards her and smiled, and then started to explain everything, what these people and all these things happened. When he came to the point when he told about Konoha, as this time he had a bitter taste in her mouth. Those people betrayed his clan, his people, the one they should be allies with, and Konoha claimed that how they never break their alliance just because of a Dochutsu which they were not able to get, and he will be the one getting it. And he will find it. He knows that that Dochutsu seal are somewhere here in the ruins of Uzugakure. So he will be able to find them and then he will have it for himself. and he will prove to all the other nations, especially to Konoha, that how strong he has gotten. Now let us go back to the village. As now Sakura was standing in front of Sasuke. Sasuke, do not leave again. It cannot be. As Sasuke looked back at Sakura, Sakura. Last time I left on my own accord, but I heard that you just told different lies. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to leave to Orochimaru and then I will get the power which I deserve as an Uchiha elite. As Sakura said, no, no Sasuke-kun, I told lies to Hokage that you were kidnapped just because of you. As Sasuke just looked towards her and activated the Sharingan, and because of that lie, that friend, our teammate, has been banished from Konoha. To be honest, I do not care much about it, but still, that lie will not do you any good. The only thing which it did was to get Naruto banished, but I do not care. I have to get power and then kill my brother, putting Sakura in a Genjutsu, knocking her out, and leaving the village. Once again, yeah, Sasuke is out of the village again. Good for him, I suppose. Okay guys, said I will love this part. Hope you guys like it. In the next part, if you guys want to see the next part, then the like goal is going to be 250 likes and 120 comments in the comment section. Do that and I shall upload the next part as quick as possible for you guys. And yeah guys, in the next part we will have the training arc and how strong Naruto is going to get, and then he's going to, you can say, get a lot of money and those type of things to rebuild the Uzugakure or rather an empire, and then they will be in this series. I will have a conquest. You can say the armies will be created and the other villages will be conquered. So I hope that you guys will like it. This series, I have a lot of plans for this series.